plate hangs on one good hinge. Rusty chain and a fence post fringe. Swings wide when the wind blows hard, like my heart when life leaves scars. But even in its crooked state, I see love. God still fixes broken gates. God still fixes broken gates. Hinges bent by years and weights. He don't mind the weathered wood, the cracks, the rust, he calls it good. Where the world sees just too late, God still fixes broken gates. My soul's seen storms and midnight rain, regrets like nails, old guilt like chain. But grace ain't scared of what's been through. He turns the weak into the true. He don't rebuild with fear or hate, just mercy, fixing broken gates. God still fixes broken gates, the ones folks pass and underestimate. He takes the splinters, nails them straight, and paints the past with something great. Where shame once stood at heaven's gate, now hope walks through, 'cause he still waits. Some think he only works in gold, in polished halls and stories told, but I've seen him with hammer in hand, mending things the world can't stand. God still fixes broken gates and hearts that come a little late. If you're hanging by just one last thread, he sees the worth in what's been shed. Don't throw away what time berates, 'cause God still fixes broken gates. So if you think your chance won't wait, he's right there by your broken gate. She rolls the dough with steady grace, a little flour on her face. Cast iron warms the coffee brews, sunlight peeks through morning's hues. She hums a hymn while skies are blue, and I believe he blesses the biscuits too. He blesses the biscuits too, not just the prayers in Sunday pews, and apron strings and buttered crust, in quiet faith and simple trust. No mighty sign, no grand debut, just warm hands and biscuits too. We bow our heads round this oak wood table, thank the Lord for all we're able. It ain't much, but it tastes like peace, homemade grace in every piece. And when life feels cracked clean through, there's mercy baked in biscuits too. He blesses the biscuits too, in every bite and morning dew. Not just cathedrals high and wide, but where the cast iron love abides. He's in the meal, the plate, the glue. Yes, my Lord blesses biscuits too. Some folks search in distant lands for signs and wonders from his hands, but I've seen heaven touch the ground right where the biscuits kisses the biscuits too, like sun on fields and skies so blue. With every rise, with every fold, His grace is served 1,000-fold. So pass the plate and taste what's true. He's here in biscuits too. So when you think He's far from view, just breathe deep. He's blessing biscuits too. There's a cross out by the courthouse lawn, and hymns float through the air comes on. Old man Jenkins waves hello from that same red truck he's had since '84. The coffee's strong, the talk is slow, and grace grows where cornrows go. God lives in this small town where hearts are big and roads are brown. In the diner booths and back road dust, and porch light prayers and farmers' trust, you won't see wings or golden crowns, but I swear God lives in this small town. He's in the pie that Miss Ruth made, and pick-up beds and Labor Day parade. He's at the game when the lights come on, and boys who kneel before the song. When folks fall sick or lose their ground, this town kneels and love comes around. God lives in this small town where faith still walks and hope is found. And church bells ring in Sunday morn, and babies wrapped in blankets warm. It ain't much on a traveling map, but God hangs His hat where we tip our caps. Some chase Him in the city lights, but I find Him in quiet nights. In screen door creaks and gravel sounds, He speaks the loudest when there's no one round. God lives in this small town where roots run deep in sacred ground. He don't need cathedrals wide, just open hearts and countryside. In every soul and every noun you'll find God lives in this small town. So if you're lost and feel worn down, drive slow. He's waiting in the small town. There's a rusty chair out by the shed where I sit when thoughts crowd in my head. Cracks in the concrete, weeds grow through, but somehow there the sky feels new. And in the hush of evening air, I swear God's in that folding chair. God's in the folding chair right where the world
forgets to care. No golden throne, no robes to wear, just grace beneath the porch light's glare. He don't need cathedrals, fair, he shows up in a folding chair. I've prayed out there with dirt-stained hands, talked to him about life's demands. No choir sang, no candles burned, but peace was felt and truth was learned. When I'd lost more than I could bear, he met me in that folding chair. God's in the folding chair, where silence speaks and hearts lay bare. The crickets sing, the dusk draws near, and somehow I know he's here. No need for show, just honest prayer. He listens from a folding chair. Some find him in a stained glass light, but I found him in the edge of night. With a mason jar and an old porch rail, he came to me without fanfare or veil. God's in the folding chair, where worn out folks find love and care. He don't care about what you wear, he's closer than the midnight air. If you're searching, he'll be there, just wait in the folding chair. So if your soul needs room to breathe, there's a folding chair.
I ain't no choir man, never learned the notes. My voice is rough like an old fence post, but on the porch I'd hum at night a little tune about wrong and right. No fancy stage, no spotlight shine, just cedar trees and Georgia pines. But even then I'd feel it strong. The Lord was listening to my song. He carried my song to heaven, though it never made the charts. Just a backwoods prayer with broken chords, straight from a weathered heart. He don't need perfect melody to know where we belong. With mercy wide and arms so strong, he carried my song to heaven. Daddy sang with a worn-out twang about grace and blood and freedom's name. I'd sit and watch from the pickup bed as he'd bow his head with words unsaid. Now he's gone, but I still play the tune we sang most every day. And when the tear starts falling fast, that same old song still holds me fast. He carried my song to heaven, though the world just walked on by. It wasn't for fame or fortune's flame, but to praise the Lord Most High. It rose above the canyon wide, through every note gone wrong. With mercy wide and arms so strong, carried my song to heaven. One day when my voice is still, when my hands can't strum it well, I pray he takes what's left of me and sings it through eternity. He carried my song to heaven like a whisper through the pines. With every crack and every break, still made it sound divine. He knew the heart behind the tune was where it all belonged. With mercy wide and arms so strong, he carried my song to heaven. Yes, he carried my song to heaven. I was standing amazing grace in the wind. I heard amazing grace in the wind. Till I heard amazing grace in the wind, knowing the Son of Man. I was standing by the fence past the ridge, where the cottonwood leans by old Woodbridge. Sky was gray and my heart felt thin. Then I heard something stirring deep within. Not a voice, not a song from man, but a whisper rolling through the land. I heard amazing grace in the wind, blowing through the pines like a long lost friend. No church in sight, no preacher near, but the Spirit moved and I could hear, like Mama's voice from long back when. I heard amazing grace. It carried notes from a time gone by, when I knelt beside her and tried not to cry. That same old hymn she used to hum when days were hard and hope felt numb. It wrapped around me soft and low, in that field where wild things grow. I heard amazing grace in the wind, drifting through the dusk again. It wasn't sung by choir or crowd, but by the tree swaying strong and proud. It healed me more than I can defend. I heard amazing grace. Some say faith is found in stone, in steeples tall or prayers alone, but I believe he speaks just fine through a breeze and a worn fence line. I heard amazing grace in the wind, and it brought my weary soul back in. It told me I was not too far, for mercy reaches
is where we are. And as the night came rolling in, I still heard Amazing Grace. Yeah, it found me once and it'll find me again, that old sweet sound in the wind. He didn't come with a crown or flame, just a flannel shirt and a weathered name. Helped raise that barn and dig that ditch, gave more than gold but never got rich. He fixed my fence when the storm blew through, never asked why or what I do. Said sometimes grace don't preach or sing, it shows up with nails and a box of string. Mercy wore work gloves, not white robes or skies above. It had calloused hands and denim knees, brought peace to folks like you and me. It bled and told and gave enough. Yeah, mercy wore work gloves. Mama said, son, you wanna see the Lord? He's stacking hay out behind that fort. And I saw him clear in the sweating sun, in the humble heart of a carpenter's son. 'Cause mercy wore work gloves, in the dust and diesel and pickup trucks. It showed up early, stayed out late, did what love does, no need to wait. Didn't shout, just showed up tough. That mercy wore work gloves. Some think heaven's clean and bright, but I've seen it in the oil stained light, where kindness swings a hammer slow and plants the seeds that heaven grows. Fine and wore work gloves, taught me faith by lifting us. No stained glass, just grit and grace, a holy smile on a sunburned face. And if I'm saved, it's 'cause of love and mercy wore work gloves.